Hi and welcome to my soul tribe. My name is Miriam Rose. This channel is dedicated to spirituality, makeup, and sometimes commentary when there is something to comment on that's quite interesting. I don't do drama videos as such, but when there is something interesting to comment on, I do that once in a while. So today's video was inspired by heatheraustin. If I could only keep one drugstore product, what would it be? So let's do our most favorite drugstore product, just one. So it's really hard. I had to think about it for quite some time because there are so many choices these days. And obviously my channel is cruelty free. All the makeup that I will be showing you will be cruelty free makeup. Lucky for us, we have a lot of choices these days, so that's really wonderful. Can I just ask you, if possible, if you want to engage with me and to comment below, leave your comments below and tell me about your number one favorite drugstore product. I really appreciate your comments, so it makes a big difference, first of all to me, because I want to get to know you better on a personal level, and also it makes a difference to, you know, YouTube's algorithm and all of that, radida. So please make sure to like, subscribe to my channel, leave as many comments below as you would like, because I would love to know more about your preferences and your choices. Share my videos, it all makes a difference, and also join me on Instagram for regular updates. Let's begin with probably what we should begin with, the end. A makeup remover. It's called Biphase Solution Micellar Water. So 4-in-1. It's half a liter drugstore. Look at the size of it. It's huge. It's gonna take me forever to get through, and it only cost me $5 Australian. So probably in US it's even cheaper, and it's quite an amazing product. It works better than a lot of the high-end makeup removers. That's all I can say for now. So that's that. My go-to favorite primer, that's the one that I use most, more than any other primers that I have, and I have lots, is Covergirl trublend Combo Skin Face Primer. This one here. I'll just tell you why I like this one over a lot of the other face primers. My skin is, well, it's combo skin. It's kind of mostly normal skin, but it's slightly dry. It just hints on a bit of dry side. So this is a nice moisturizing face primer. It gives you that nice soft feel on your skin, and it's a good barrier between your skin and the makeup that you're about to apply on your face. So this is my number one go-to on a daily basis, you know, every time. So I like full coverage foundation, and I like matte foundation. I'm happy to put on a bit of highlighter and whatever to make my face look more natural, but I find that I don't like that shiny look, so I like a matte finish. So my go-to is Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation, which is a good drugstore dupe for Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Foundation, and I already did a fully dedicated video on Charlotte Tilbury's foundation. Obviously it's not the same, but it's a close dupe in a drugstore form. Now, as far as concealer is concerned, my number one go-to is Flower Full Coverage hydrating, very hydrating concealer. It's full coverage. It leaves your skin look healthy. It covers all your, whatever wrinkles, blemishes, whatever it is that you need to be covering. Obviously at my age, I have a few lines, so it does a really good job. And what I like about it is that it's nice and moisturizing. So it's fully hydrating, and it doesn't leave that cakey feeling. It feels like second skin. And that's my go-to. I use it on a daily basis or when I wear makeup as my go-to. Obviously, I have other concealers that I use as well, but this is my number one, true and tested. And I absolutely love it. Now, can I just ask, what happened to banana setting powders and strawberry setting powders? They used to be really big at one stage, and all of a sudden, influencers stopped using them. And does that mean that they're no longer any good? No, it doesn't. So just because it's no longer a popular opinion as it used to be in the past, to have banana setting powder under eyes for a brightening effect doesn't mean that, we need to stop using it. So my go-to favorite under eyes banana brightening powder is by Colourpop No Filter Setting Powder. That's my go-to. There we go. And if I wanted to really have a very brightening effect, I would be going to strawberry powder, which is good for fair skin tones like mine. And this is by Australis, which is an Australian cruelty-free brand. And you can see that it's been very well used. So it's a lovely powder. So, my go-to banana powder, brightening under eye banana powder, is by Colourpop. And my go-to strawberry brightening under eye powder is by Australis. Next, what do we have next? We have bronzer, our number one go-to bronzer. Now, mine would be the Balm. They're actually quite good. They have 3 shades for fair skin tones like mine, for medium olive skin tones, and for deep tones. Mine's Oliver, and it comes with a little mirror. Pretty good. And I really like it because what I like about it is that it's quite cool toned. It doesn't give you that, that orange look that people don't seem to like very much, and neither do I. Let me tell you, it's nice and cool toned. My number one go-to blush would be Essence, and this one is in Befitting, number 10. It's a very popular blush at the drugstore. And what I like about it well, first of all, I like the color. The color, the shade, you can literally wear it with any kind of eye look. It's very complimentary. It's not in your face. It's got a lovely buttery consistency. You see, it's not highly pigmented, but it's buildable, and that's what I like about it. So, you know, when you put it on, you don't look like a clown. You know, you can build it up to the consistency that you prefer. So, and it's lovely and smooth, and it's long lasting. It lasts all day long when you wear it. As far as highlighter is concerned, I've got here a dupe for ABH Amrezy, and it's I Heart Revolution, or I Love Revolution, Goddess of Love. And it's a dupe for Amrezy, you know, probably one of the most popular highlighters out there. So I'm wearing it now, as you can see. It sets nicely into the skin. It's not overpowering, and it feels like part of your skin. So I really like it. Now, as for powder, just powdering the rest of your face. I talked before about highlighting under the eyes. My number one go-to is Essence, as far as drugstore is concerned. Essence Mattifying Compact Powder, and that just goes all over the face, and it keeps your skin nicely set, and it feels nice and mattifying. And as I've said before, I like mattifying everything. I like everything matte, but I do like a natural glow, and we will come to that in a minute. So this one is in number 10, light beige. It's fairly light, as you can see. But what I do like about these mattifying compact powders is the fact that they have quite a large shade range. And before I used to use the translucent one, but I did run out of it. I finished it. I hit pan on it. So I'm trying this one out, and I'm enjoying it because it doesn't, in a way, I don't know, I might even like this one slightly better than the translucent one, because it doesn't leave you with that white cast. Next is e.l.f. Sunset Glow. It's called Shimmer Highlighting Powder. This might frighten you. The name itself might frighten you, but don't get frightened. And it comes with a mirror as well. So there it is. Want to bring it close, and what it does, it gives you a radiant glow, so you look your skin looks nice and natural. And it's a good dupe for Ambient Finishing Powder by Hourglass. I'll just do a swatch just to show you. It's probably the swatch looks a little bit different to the way it looks in person. It's not that bright, and it's not a highlighter. It's just an all over finishing powder. I use it after the mattifying powder just to give me that natural look. Oops. Just to give me a natural glow, just a little bit of a glow so that I don't look very flat. So coming to eyebrows, my number one every day, whenever I wear makeup, is also very well used e.l.f. Eyebrow powder. As you can see, I don't tend to use the pomade. I only use the eyebrow powder, and I've got it on today, and I think it looks really good. Now, I also have a go-to pencil by Covergirl, and the good thing about it, it comes with a spoolie, so it's nice and convenient. Just go over. It's actually a dupe for ABH Brow Wiz. There it is. It's a brown shade, and you can fill in your eyebrows quite well with it. Now, I normally don't use a pencil for my eyebrows. I use, on a daily basis, I use the powder, e.l.f. powder. But if I were to go all the way, if I were to go out all the way, I would use the Covergirl brow pencil, which is of excellent quality. And can I just stop for a minute and just say, eyebrows have become this amazingly important thing to the whole makeup look. And yes, of course, they frame your face and they make a big difference if they look filled in and nice and, well, thick for some. Mine are quite sparse. But you see influencers, and they go in with one pencil. Then they go in with another pencil to do a few strokes here. Then they go in with gels. Then they use a variety of products just to fill in the eyebrows. Now, in the real world, say you're running late for work, say you're getting ready for work, are you actually going to spend 15 minutes of your time on your eyebrows? If you are, good for you. We're all different. But majority of people, they spend 15 minutes on their entire face just to put makeup on. So, for me personally, the e.l.f. powder does a great job, and this e.l.f. powder does a fantastic job for me. It fills in my eyebrows. It doesn't take any effort. It's effortless, and it's fast. And what do we want? We want to look good quickly. Unless it's a special occasion, and then we make a big effort. More of an effort than we would on a daily basis. My number one go-to for eyebrow gels is Colourpop Brow Boss Gel in clear. It's clear. Well, it's supposed to be clear. Yeah, it is clear. It's clear. It's just the spoolie looks a little bit brown. And that just, keeps them. And that's another thing. Are these absolutely necessary, these gels? Because are your eyebrows going to fly away in the wind like your hair? You'll have flyaway hair. But are you going to have flyaway eyebrows? So I guess, if you want to keep them in place so they don't move for the entire day, it's a good add-on product to use on your eyebrows if you wish to. But in all honesty, it's not necessary. But if on special occasions, when I do use an eyebrow gel. This Colourpop one is my go-to favorite. And next, eyeshadow primer. My number one go-to is NYX Drugstore. This is it's a wonderful product. You know, you put it on, you put your eyeshadows on, they don't crease, they don't move, they don't budge. So I love it. And here we are. Closer look. Yes. So, I mean, what else is there to say about it? Glitter eyeshadows have been popular last year, and Stila has put them on the map. This is a nice dupe, Glitter Goals by NYX. If I were to go all the way and use a glitter eyeshadow, this is my drugstore number one go-to. And actually the color is amazing. I don't know if it's doing it justice. The camera doesn't always do justice to the real thing, but it's a lovely glitter eyeshadow by NYX. So that's my number one go-to if I were to use glitter on occasion. Once again, on occasion. Now let's get into the fun stuff. Eyeshadows, oh my god, like I have to pick one, but there are so many drugstore eyeshadow palettes to choose from. We've become so spoiled, and they're all cruelty-free. I'll just go through quite a few with you, and I'll give you my opinion, and I'll stop at the one that is my number one go-to, and I'll tell you why. I'll just pick them up as they're sitting on the table here. Elf quality has improved dramatically. It's absolutely fantastic for drugstore and even for high-end. Absolutely beautiful, but they're not my number one go-to. And that's because I find that the lighter shades are not pigmented enough for me, and also the shimmers are not as shimmery as they could be. But it's a wonderful product, just not my number one. Wet n Wild, I'm including it because, you know, when I did buy the Wet n Wild palettes, I had a whole stack of them. I gave away most of them. I kept two, just, you know, for myself, because the ones that I liked, I like mauvic tones. So this is a mauve tone. I never reach for it, so I don't know why I kept. But chalky would be a word that comes to mind. Very chalky, and the shimmers are not fantastic either, and the fallout is a lot. There's a lot of fallout. Flower Beauty, one of my most favorite drugstore products. I absolutely love Flower Beauty products. I can't speak highly enough of them. These eyeshadows are lovely, absolutely lovely. I adore them. The only fault that I find in these palettes, and there are quite a few of these palettes around, is that it's very hard to dip your brush into them because they're so thin. They're long and thin. Rather, I prefer either the squares or the rounds, because it's a lot easier to dip your brushes in. NYX is another one, another excellent brand. Absolutely excellent. And I'm going to do a dedicated video on NYX products, and I will include this palette. The thing that makes me a bit apprehensive is the fact that NYX is overpriced for a drugstore brand. Covergirl. Look at the range. We have so many to choose from. Covergirl, beautiful, wonderful. Love Covergirl as a drugstore product. I hate these sponges. Like, seriously, what are you going to do with them? We used to have them when I was a teenager, but that was such a long time ago. Absolutely lovely. A little bit chalky, the mattes are, and a fair bit of fallout. The shimmers are quite buttery. A lovely formula all in all. But I think the price range, once again, for a drugstore product is high. BH Cosmetics. It's just one palette that I just pulled out. Absolutely could be my number one favorite. Why not? It could be. But I find that there is, a formula which is slightly better. Now, what I love BH Cosmetics, but I find that the shimmer shades stay on all day. You need to put on the glitter glue on your eyelids for BH formulas, most of them, for the shimmer shades, not to crease. So, that's probably the most reason why I wouldn't have it as my number one go-to palette, but certainly a fantastic brand. Another one is Revolution. I heart Revolution. I love Revolution. Again, big mirror, lovely palettes, a huge range of palettes, with a large variety of price range. In Australia, I'm not sure about America. In Australia, the range between $8 to $23. It's great. Another great brand, another great palette. I'll show it to you again. Not my go-to. I don't know why. What my problem is with a lot of the drugstore products, they perform very well. They perform lovely, but the shimmers, they're not shimmery enough for me. Like I swatched one, you can barely see it, maybe. See, there's very little color payoff. So you need to go in like several times. I'll try another shimmer shade just to show you. No, you can't. There's just, well, you kind of can here, but look, like, where's the color payoff? Like, if I want, look at what I'm wearing. If I want, a shimmer shade, I want to see it. I want to be able to see it. So, obviously, if you spray your brush with a finishing spray, then you will get a much better color payoff. So that's another reason why this is not my number one go-to. Now we're getting close, very close, and this was a tough choice for me because both perform fantastically well, both of these brands, and it could have been either one of these brands that would be my number one go-to. They're both fantastic. Price range is great. Mattes perform really well. As you can see, they're nice and pigmented. Shimmer shades are fantastic. Stay on your eyes all day long. Give you that beautiful payoff. Can't fault them. If you live in America, Juvia's Place and this is an older palette. I'm just showing you as an example. Juvia's Place would be absolutely fantastic. I'll just swatch a few. Look at this, beautiful. They're always on sale. You get such a huge range. They've come out with those smaller six pan shadows. You can't fold them. There's only one problem. When they're on sale, and they're always on sale, and the prices are fantastic, you go living overseas, and I'm not the only one who lives overseas. I mean, from America, outside of America. Many people live outside of America. Now, you go on Juvia's Place website, they're on sale. You're paying taxes, you're paying shipping. So you would like to get the most for your buck. Yes, a bang for your buck. So you would like to pick and choose all your favorite palettes, put them all in one bundle, and pay for one shipping price, right? Makes sense? Yes. There's only one problem. They're always sold out of something or other. So whenever I go to Juvia's Place website to place an order, I always come back disappointed, because I would like to choose, like, maybe 5-6 palettes, as well as other things, like try their foundation and their highlighters and all of that. But the problem is, out of the 6 palettes that I'm desperate to grab, I could only maybe get 2. The rest are sold out, and they're always sold out. So for that particular reason, Juvia's Place is not taking the number 1 spot for me, but it's definitely number 2. Colourpop. Now this particular palette, I have been lately, I don't know why, I have been into smoky, dingy, grungy looks, if you can see right now. And I love this particular packaging. It's beautiful. It shows that even though they come out with so many new collections, you can't keep up unless you live in America. I can't keep up, and why would I? Like, how much makeup can one person have? Like, seriously. But look at the raised print, Baroque and all of that, and the beautiful flowers. It's missing a mirror. Yeah, it is missing a mirror, but have a look at the color scheme. It's beautiful. I don't even know if the camera is doing it justice. I'm wearing it today. It's yet another gift from my son for my birthday, which had passed. But I did choose about 6 palettes, and and three gel pencils, and my son bought them for me for my birthday. So this is my number 1 go-to. Almost always on sale. Price range is extremely affordable. Formula keeps getting better and better. This formula is absolute. Here, now I've got the light shining on it. See how beautiful it is? It's a stunning palette. So this is my number 1 go-to if you want to look at all the names of the shades. Colourpop wins. Number 1 go-to drugstore eyeshadows. Hands down. because when they're on sale, you can actually pick up whatever you want. It's not like half of their store is out of stock. So Juvia's Place, if you're listening, or if you will be listening to me someday when my channel has grown, please be mindful that there are people living outside of America who would love to purchase your beautiful products, and we would like to purchase all of them at once, all together, to save on the shipping costs. So, you know, these metallics, and they're shimmery, they're vibrant, and the mattes, they're nice and thick. I didn't experience any fallout. I can't speak highly enough of this palette. So, and of Colourpop formula altogether, they just keep getting better and better. I'll just raise my fringe, or the way the Americans say bangs, and let you take a closer look. So I absolutely love it, you know. Eyeliners. If you're going for dark liners, dark browns, navies, blacks, black liners, dark shades, dark tones, you can't beat Flower Beauty. They stay on your waterline all day long. They don't budge. They don't move. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. I have compared them to so many different high-end brands, and they win. They always win, hands down. Absolutely. Number one go-to every time. As for colorful gel liners, once again, Colourpop, you did it. I'm wearing it now on my eyelid. Look at this stunning look at these absolutely stunning shades. Wow, this one pops. I'm wearing this one on the lid today. And they're all listed. Everything, all the makeup that I'm wearing is listed in the description box. Look how beautiful. Absolutely stunning. So yes, my number one go-to for colorful gel liners, which stay on, you know, for quite some time, Colourpop. As for liquid liner, NYX Epic Ink Liner. You can't fault it. Now mine's a special edition. It's exactly the same as the black one, the black casing. It's just that mine happened to have been a special edition. It says love something disco Epic Ink Liner. So there it is. Love. I love how easily it applies. See? It just glides on with your application. Just glides on easily, smoothly, and stays on all day. Now, many people enjoy mascaras which are wet mascaras. I'm not one of those people. So if you enjoy wet mascaras, and I do have wet mascaras as well, you know, I tend to use an eyelash primer to keep them on so you don't get those dots all over, mascara dots all over your face. W7 Keep Them Dry is my number one drugstore, true and tested, fantastic, wears wonderfully on your eyelashes, a fantastic eyelash primer. This is what it looks like. Close, there you go. And if I happen to wear a wet mascara, I tend to use this W7, Keep Them Dry, and it's true, you know, it actually does what it says. It keeps your mascara dry, it keeps your lashes dry. So I always use a primer for wet mascaras. And I use this one, this particular drugstore one, W7. Inexpensive, great quality, European made. My go-to, because I like a more, I'm not going to say dry formula, but a more consistent, thicker formula for volume, not necessarily. I can't say lengthening. I mean, I would love for my eyelashes to look longer. Absolutely. I don't wear false eyelashes. I just don't enjoy them. This does claim to lengthen your eyelashes. I find that it volumizes your eyelashes more than it lengthens them, and I absolutely love this formula. Covergirl Exhibitionist Mascara is my number one favorite drugstore mascara. This is the applicator. I like it, I enjoy it. Now, I was watching Manny MUA's video the other day, and he was talking about, he asked his subscribers what their most hated product was. And I was shocked because most people said that Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara was one that they actually hated. I enjoy it. I love it. It's my, not my drugstore go-to, but my more high-end go-to. I have no problems with it. The only thing I can say is by the end of the day, I could have a little bit of smudginess going on around here. So to prevent that, once again, wear an eyelash primer. And you're going to prevent any panda eyes, but I don't find that Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara is flaky on me, but many people say that it flakes on them. So you learn something new every day. Now we're coming to the end of this video, and I'm sure that you have heard lots and lots of my number one go-tos, and I would love to know your number one go-tos, so please make sure and let me know. Now for lip liners, you can't beat Jordana. Jordana is not very often spoken about, but this is the lip liner. You sharpen it. It's got a lovely buttery consistency. That was funny. I'll do it here. Buttery consistency. It's a really lovely lip liner. It's a beautiful lip liner. The price is fantastic. At a low cost, you get high-end quality. Jordana is my number one go-to lip liner drugstore. As for lipsticks, those who have been watching me for long enough know that I hate bullet lipstick, and I absolutely love liquid lipsticks. Liquid lipsticks is the best thing that ever happened to me. So NYX Lingerie is my number one go-to liquid lipstick in the drugstore range. It's not drying. For me, it's not drying. I'm wearing it now. If I press my lips together, it is a little sticky. It is a little tacky. Who's going to keep pressing the lips together? Like that? No. It's a nice formula. It's not like the best formula I've ever used. But as far as drugstore liquid lipstick, NYX Lingerie is my absolute number one go-to. And they stay on very well. Like, you can eat with them, you can drink with them, and they don't really come off. Are they kiss proof? I don't know. Look, hardly anything came off, just the tiniest bit. So, great product, my number one go-to. And finally, thank you very much if you've stayed until the end of the video. I really appreciate your time. The very final product that I would like to show you, which is my number one go-to drugstore product, is Revolution Matte Fix Setting Spray. It does a wonderful job. It sets the makeup very nicely, and it keeps the makeup on all day long without any problems. So I really enjoy this formula, and I hope I have helped you with some of my favorites, my number one favorites, and I hope this video has helped you to maybe pick up some of your favorites. And you probably already have a lot of these things in your collection. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your time if you've stayed till the end. I do appreciate you. Please comment down below and let me know your favorite number one drugstore products. I would love to know. I might learn something new from you. So, cosmic kisses to everyone. Till next time. Bye for now. Can you just pause for a sec? My hair is all over the place. And everything looks... Eyeshadow setting. Sorry, try again. Okay, I'm ready now. Sorry, we need to pause for a minute. Is it glitter glue? Or glitter glue? Okay. Oh, look at that. Now my bangs are all over the place. Nice.